Hello everyone, I'm your host, Chloé Cohen, French sustainable fashion journalist, and I am glad to welcome you on the Fashion Label Brasil Podcast. Today, we're exploring the enchanting world of quiet luxury with two distinguished Brazilian fashion brands. In this episode 5, we will uncover the secrets behind quiet luxury, a trend which has exploded on the fashion scene and which translates into neutral colors, quality fabrics, structured bags, and above all, an aversion to logos. Get ready for an insightful journey into the art of discreet sophistication. This is Fashion Label Brasil Podcast, where quiet luxury takes center stage. In introduction, can you present yourself, your brand, and your job very quickly? Tricia, we're going to start with you.
Hi, my name is Tricia Milaneze. I am the founder and designer for Lavish by Tricia Milaneze, the brand that takes my name. We have been in business since 2005. Our factory is actually based in São Paulo, Brazil, and we sell worldwide. We have more than 30 women working in our factory in Brazil, and 100% of our production is handmade, and we use the crochet technique to make every single piece of our jewelry. We make fashion jewelry with copper wire, and they a lot of times are 18 karat gold filled.
Okay, great. Thank you for this presentation. Rodrigo, can you present also yourself and your brand?
Hello, everybody. My name is Rodrigo Doxandabarat. Actually, I'm Argentinian and living in between Brazil and Europe. I'm the co-founder of the project called Lenglain and Dotz, which is connecting the 4 pillars of our project that are cooperation, collaboration, sustainability, and economic management. Lenglain and Dotz, or Dotz as the product is called, started in 2017. And it's an alternative business system that wants to create shared value through a mono product, which is a loafer. We produce shoes. We started producing ecological cotton in the north of Brazil with small family farmers. Then we work with upcycling fabrics, recycled cotton. Our shoebox is produced with plastic domestic waste. This is a project that we have done with the University of Rio Grande do Sul and a factory of the Rio Grande do Sul that works with upcycling plastic. We also work partially with women from the favelas. We started training women in order to teach them how to produce shoes by hand. And now they are part of our supply chain. So they produce the tassels, the dust bags, and some other accessories that we have in the collection. We have 2 new models since 2 seasons, which are a mule and a pointy sleeper. Our market is 70 to 80% woman, and the rest is men. Our main market today is Italy, where we have about 80 accounts, and we sell to another 13, 15, 14 countries in Europe, Middle East, Russia, and the US. Okay. This is very briefly what we do.
Okay, thank you very much. Very 2 interesting brands. Can you define what quiet luxury represents in the context of fashion from your perspective, Tricia?
Okay, we were actually having a little chat before, and quiet luxury for Lavish is more like it's the way we understand the quiet luxury, not just on the look of the jewelry, but like we understand the quiet luxury as a refined and elegant style. The importance of use of high quality materials, the amazing craftsmanship that we use, and of course we do, and we do not emphasize, as we never did, the emphasis on logos or the brand of logos. That is the core of the trend is what actually we think resonates to our brand.
Okay. Rodrigo, what do you think? Can you define what quiet luxury represents from your perspective?
For us, quiet luxury is very much the core of what we do. We produce a classic shoe. We produce a loafer, which is a 100-year-old shoe, and we reinterpretate it with fabrics and some textures which are not obvious. Quiet luxury is a lot about the use of classic shapes, classic colors, and as well as going targeting the class and targeting the beauty of the things without following the trend. This is what we interpreted as a quiet luxury. Also a lot about not pushing the power base of the brand, but more the aesthetic of the product, an aesthetic that is transversal, and it's a forever beauty or forever classic as we interpreted it. So for us, it's very much the core of our business.
Okay. And for the next question, you already gave some, you already answered a little bit, but can you give details about how does your brand embody this notion of quiet luxury, maybe with the choice of materials, of designs? Tricia, if you want to add something about that.
Sure. Yeah. I believe Lavish does embody the quiet luxury trend on its concept. A lot of our final product, a lot of our designs are not quiet on itself, but like the core of it, the way the concepts that are involved in everything that we make, the artisanal craftsmanship, the quality of the pieces, like Rodrigo was saying, is like the timeless, like a lot of our pieces we've been making since we actually opened the company in 2005. So they're elegant, they're timeless. The intricate process that is used to actually make every single one of our pieces, the ancient and historical technique that we choose to use, all of that actually embodies the quiet luxury trend in so many ways, and they actually connect to the client in a long way, and totally distinct us from all the massive production of jewelry that is made by other brands.
Yes, very interesting.
We use every piece is 100% handmade. There is nothing that is not 100% handmade in our factory, and that is the core of it. That is like very important for that trend.
Craftsmanship,
yeah, okay. Quality, elegance.
Interesting.
And also the fact that is so handmade, the limited amount of it, we cannot produce. Actually, we can produce a lot, but it is going to take the same amount of time to make one piece or 1,000 pieces. So there is no button to be pushed to rush the production.
Yeah. Okay. Rodrigo, do you want to add also something about how your brand embodies the notion of quiet luxury?
Yeah, as I was saying, it's very much our core in terms of shape, in terms of also the production, the value chain. It's for sure. Everything is handmade since the production of cotton. We started from the field, so some of our fabrics are produced with our ecological cotton. So from the fields, working side by side with small family farmers from the north of Brazil, to picking up the cotton, producing the yarn, moving this yarn to a facility in Sao Paulo, and then producing the fabrics. So everything is handmade from the beginning, even and sometimes of the production of the raw materials. It goes all the way to the production of the shoe. I mean, shoes are produced by hand. Obviously, our type of shoes are produced by hand, and the materials that we use are materials that they have centuries being used, and it's all about going a little bit back to basic and giving value to what we believe that has a real value, which is these kind of materials. With this collection, we are working as well with malva, which is a fiber that grows in the Amazonian River and is collected by hand as well by small family farmers. It's a fiber that is used a lot in Brazil for the production of the coffee bags, and that take us very much back to the roots and to very, very much an identity of Brazil, and all of that in a framework which is, as I was saying at the beginning, the creation of a shared value, and building on the basis of quality, of timeless products, of raw materials which are natural or recycled or upcycled, and I think it's very much the core of what we do. If I have to call it, we're very discreet in terms of logos and.
Okay. And I would like to talk about personalization and customer service. How do they play a role in your approach to quiet luxury, Tricia?
Okay, these two aspects are very important to us always. Customer service, first of all, regardless of the quiet luxury, but it is one aspect of quiet luxury. And personalization, this is a service that we actually offer to our clients. And it's pretty much due to the nature of our handmade work. Because we handmake and make in our factory every single piece of jewelry, we can offer this personalization and of course, with great customer service to all of our clients. And to tell you the truth, I think that makes them feel special and part of our process and our history. It actually connects the client to our history and our brand and elevates the experience of them with us. And that is super important to us. We are very proud of that. And our clients really like that. We are very proud to offer that and to do that really well.
Okay. And Rodrigo, I don't know if personalization or customer service play a role in all of that, in your approach to quiet luxury.
It does. It absolutely does. Personalization. All of our loafers, they have replaceable tassels, so you can change the tassel of the loafer, and this is the idea to have a kind of a collaborative innovation with our end clients. We believe that the personalization is a key thing. It's not easy being producing shoes, but we managed to do it through the tassels that are changeable. And we do a lot of personalization for collaboration. For instance, we change the color of the soles, we change the wording of the soles of our shoes. And this season, again, for winter 2024, we are presenting a loafer that has fringes, and those fringes can also be changed. And we give the possibility to the client to play with different colors and change the look of the shoe just by changing the fringes. And it's as I said, it's one of our pillars. So it's personalization and collaboration in terms of B2B and B2C, and creating shared values very much our core as well. Customer service as well. We have a lot to learn still on customer service. As of today, we are very much focused on B2B, growing the B2C, and but for sure, customer service it's a must-have, and it's part of the quiet luxury. I mean, those are the things that they're not said but should be done. So I think it's core, and it's one step at a time when you have a small brand and you're growing. But for sure, this is one of our priorities.
Okay. Really interesting. And now about communication, but I think it's a big part when you're a fashion brand and you want to communicate about what you do, about what you are. Is the quiet luxury, the less is more trend really effective when you communicate? Or what do you think about that? How do you communicate about the quiet luxury, about this sophistication, discreet sophistication?
Actually, that is a very interesting question, because when we talk about communicating what we are and everything, I think in regarding to less is more and the quiet luxury trend, we try to communicate our history and our how having timeless pieces is important, but it is a very intriguing aspect of the trend, in my opinion, because there's got to be a very important balance between communicating simply or simple and the right amount of information. So that is a tricky part, and we do talk about that to the marketing team, and that is something that we always try to tune and to match and express our history and what we want to say well. But it's a balance between the right amount and what to inform, in my opinion.
And Rodrigo, what do you think? How do you communicate? What is your point of view about communication?
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, there is two aspects: is the quantity and the quality of the communication. We actually now we're communicating a lot through social media, and this is our core. And thankfully, we have a lot of presence on the press that give us visibility. But yeah, in terms of quantity, we have a media plan established, which is it's not easy to find the right balance between quantity and how much our target is willing or open to consume about our communication. So it's a balance which sometimes is not easy to find. And as for the type of materials that we use, our photo shooting campaigns, our Instagram post, sponsorize, we try to be. We are a monoproduct, as I said, which is summer and winter being used, and we deliver the shoes with 2 insoles, summer and winter. So we try to cover as long as possible the whole year in terms of consumption. This also applies on the communication. We do photo shootings, which are very much on the edge of summer and winter, very much on the edge of classic, but a little bit with a twist in order to create, to attract the interest of our target. If I can call it, if I can apply that to a quiet luxury, I think it's about their building campaigns which are aesthetically beautiful, that are not seasonal or as less as possible, and are not following a trend, but are just align to our aesthetics and the way we believe our product should be perceived, which is a forever classic with a little twist. So this is eventually how we apply the quiet luxury to our communication.
Okay. And for the last question, and to conclude this conversation, how do you see the evolution of the quiet luxury trend in the fashion world and society at large? How do you see the evolution, Tricia?
I think in every trend, the social, economical aspect of our society has a huge influence in every fashion trend. And of course, we're gonna have to, we have to wait and see how things go to feel those influences in every aspect. But regarding to the quiet luxury and how it's gonna progress, I think the most important aspect to be considered is the voices on social media. I think the client, the consumer actually end up telling us where are we going with every trend. And the connection that we are able to create with these people, the clients, the consumers, this is what actually establish and is going to lead not just a quiet luxury trend, but every trend we see.
Okay, thank you, Tricia, for this answer. And Rodrigo, what is your insight on that question?
Where is it going? It's difficult to say. I think as the maturity of the consumer has a lot to do with with quiet luxury movement. I was exposed to different markets because of my previous job, and right at the beginning, when the markets open and start having international brands, they're very much brand oriented and very much trend oriented because they follow the path of the influence that they perceive as the trend to follow. And then society changed, and progressively the quiet luxury takes a bigger role, I think, because it's aligned to aesthetics which are transversal, and it's not just the trend or to follow the trend which are on the mature market, let's call them, in place. So I think it's a social thing, and it's a movement that is very much depending on the maturity of the consumer. It's growing significantly recently, and I think it's going to be continue growing, and it will have a greater market share progressively. There is no doubt. This is what the market is. It goes as well, no?
Okay. Thank you very much, both of you, for answering the questions about quiet luxury. Thank you again for this conversation.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for sharing all this information with us. This is Fashion Label Brazil Podcast. This was episode 5. I am your host, Chloé Cohen. Thank you for listening, and see you soon.